Good evening, guys. How are you doing? If you're watching from back at home, please wave. Yeah, I think I saw that one. Welcome to Beyond Limits. My name is Anki Doris, and I am very excited, just as always, to host this particular show. And this is Beyond Limits. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. We're just beginning, and I know there will be a repeat, but when you catch it the first time, yeah, that's where you get all the spice. And today I am chilling with, she's articulate, she's eloquent, she does so many things. You want to figure out how she gets to balance all these things at her age. Yes, most of you have seen her on your screens. Most of you just love her for her personality. I want to know what you love her for. All right, as much as I'm saying all these things and she's going to, talk about her story, let us know what it is you love most about her. The lady in red is chilling with me.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
My goodness, I wouldn't want to pronounce your name
My
live television.
Why? It's not that hard.
No, you try. I mean, I'm not doing it.
No, but it's Ayuma. Let me say the nice way, Khaguli. But if I was to be like the real Luya that I am and make my mom proud, I would say Khaguli.
See?
Yeah.
See?
But then because we're not going to do all the ha, it's just Ayuma Khaguli.
There are lawyers who are really mad at the fact that you say we're not gonna say it as it should be.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with Khaguli.
Khaguli.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. It's so weird right now to be like on the other side. I'm just like, so this is how it feels. Okay.
There we go.
We're gonna answer
Feel.
questions. Okay. Don't be hard on me.
Well, I'm about to get harder on you because that's what you do. But how does it feel like being the person you are today? You do a lot of things, including being an influencer for some really major brands today. At your age, I won't say your age yet, but let's start with how do you feel?
Yeah. I feel as if like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like, so it's more of like we're growing towards career goals and everything. I've already been able to achieve a few of the things that are on my list. And at least now I'm just like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I can see that like this can be a legitimate career.
You know, when you say that, I'm thinking there has been a journey.
Yes.
And there are goals you set, and some you have accomplished, some you are yet to.
Yeah.
There's light at the end of the tunnel. But did you see these things come? Like, what did you want to be all these things when you were younger? What was your childhood like?
I was always one of those people who, like, how like all your friends like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor, and me, I was like, I'm just chilling. Me, I just want to pass. I just want to finish high school. I just want to and there was never like one specific thing that I'd say this is what I want to be when I grew up. So like I really like dabbled in everything pretty much. At some point I lied to myself I was gonna be a doctor. Hey, the grades were not happening like that. At some point I was like I can be a nurse because that's like a step down from a doctor, but then it's still kind of in the medicine field. Still was not happening. And then I was just like, you know what? Since I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up, and now we're grown, let's just do a business degree. And my mom was just like, at the end of the day, business is something that you can always, do by yourself or with a company, and like it'll just work out. So I was like, okay, Sawa, let's do a business degree. And then now it was while I was in university that I realized that I like to talk, and I like to talk a lot. And I like to talk in front of a camera. So like by then it was already too late, so I already had my business degree, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just start a YouTube channel show people how to do makeup. The makeup was actually, if you were following me those beginning days on YouTube.
Did you delete them?
Yes.
Oh please, who has them?
I had to delete.
Did anyone screenshot anything? Please
it
post
was
it
horrible.
in the comments if you ever
it
get
was so bad.
I think it was okay for us to see where you started from. Now I need them on the show and I cannot trace them.
When my foundation was clearly not matching my skin, when my eyebrows are this thick and a block Akiani, it was bad. We've come from far, man. We've come from far.
I had to drop that.
I also wanted to be on TV. I also wanted to be on radio. So like after I finally finished graduating, I told my mom, okay, so I've given you your business degree, concentrating in marketing because she is educated, but just give me a year to try this whole media thing. My YouTube channel had like 1,000 followers. I was feeling myself, hey, I have 1,000 followers and everything. My Instagram was, it was pathetic, but it was somewhere around that same 1,000, 2,000. And I was just like, let me try to go for auditions and everything. So I was just like, give me 1 year 1 year I go and do all the auditions of the world. If I can't find a job in media, let me just go and apply for some business job somewhere and like do marketing and everything. And then she was like, okay, Sao, I will support you like that. And I went for every single audition known to man. It was horrible. Auditions are hard. Like, they are so hard.
Girl.
Your feelings get broken completely.
Oh my God.
You think you're so amazing when you're talking to yourself on your own camera. And you wait until it's the other people.
And when you queue out there,
yeah,
you know, waiting to be called in.
Yeah.
How many thousands of you outside the gate, not even in the compound yet? You went through that?
I went through all of that. I got a lot of no's. I got a lot of, not even, for, at least the no's, at least they tell you that what you're doing is wrong and like next time. Then there was just a lot of like, you just don't hear anything back from them, you know? And then after like 7 months of doing a lot of, what's it called? A lot of auditions and everything, I finally got into Ebro. That was like, yeah, I was like, we are running out of time. It's now 7 months. And I told my mom 1 year and I needed, so like 7 months into all of those auditions, I got Ebro.
Let's talk about what you ever trolled. Now, when you now finally got to the screen, did you have people who were like naysayers, like, like, what did you guys bring to us this time? Did you have that kind of, you know, challenge?
Yeah, I definitely did. Like,
or do you still have it?
I still do. I still very much do. Like, clearly you can tell that like I have lived in Kenya my whole entire life. You can tell by my voice.
No, I cannot.
Like, as in Kiswahili yangu ni kama ya watu wa Tanzania. Unazaona nimekuwa nikiishi hii nchi my whole life. But anyways, like those are the things that were the problem. Clearly I'm being sarcastic. But like, yeah, like, it was just like, who is this girl?
Yes.
Why is she here twanging? Why does she sound like that? What's up with this accent? Do you think you're in America? Blah, 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 blah. You need to be more Kenyan. And then, like, it was a lot. The drama, like, I still get that until now. I still get all of those stories of, like, why aren't you just being yourself? And I'm just like, okay, I'm trying. I mean, I'm being myself. This is just me. But, like, with all the hate, there was also, like, a lot of love. So I appreciate that. The haters are good. If you don't get any haters, then like you're not doing any, like, honestly, and I know everyone says it, when you don't get haters, you're not doing anything right, but let me tell you, you're not doing anything right. Until you get an email, a whole email, 4 pages, telling you about how trash you are. By the way, you haven't made it.
How did you deal with that? Did you pick something? What was it? Did you eat more pizza? What did you do with yourself? What do you do with yourself to recollect?
Yeah, me, it's definitely my family. Like, my family grounds me and helps me, like, just to remember, number one, who you are, why you even started this whole journey in the first place, and you're actually good. And sometimes they'll be like, okay, so I'm being trolled for saying a certain comment about a certain someone. Even then, they'll be like, ay, and you're Ayuma, you know what you said. And that's good, because sometimes it's not just like people are being haters and people just hate you. Sometimes you do make mistakes, and you need to be told about those mistakes. It's just that the internet will tell you in a very rude way, and then your family can come back and just be like, yeah, that dress was crazy. Yeah, you were looking, your makeup was looking funny that day. And then like, you're like, okay, Sawa, now I can work on that. And then it's not the end of the world, you know? So like me, when I look at negative comments, I like delete, block, and then just move on. Then afterwards, I just be like, Akimami, but for real, was my dress really that ugly? She's like, yes, it was ugly. And I'm just like, okay, we're never wearing it again.
You know, I want to reverse. Everyone, let's go back to she gave that sassy delete, block. You actually brought that out. Like, I just delete, block. I really like how you brought that out. So, so far, you know, I'm looking at Ayuma, and I'm thinking, well, what does she like to eat? You know, I know you do. I know you're out there, but someone's just curious. Like, we know her. We can just find her story on the blog.
Yeah.
What is it that you don't like to eat? I changed that.
I don't like to eat.
Could be healthy, but you just don't like to eat it.
Miranda.
Huh.
Miranda. Yeah, as in like, it's just a thing of like, I'll eat it just because it's there, but I'm not enjoying myself at all. I don't like it, Miranda.
I like that you said Miranda. What is it called in English?
I don't know. What is it called in English?
Trust me, we're trying to figure it out. We're hosts now.
What is it, by the way?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no idea.
So what would we say on TV if we were to anchor that?
I would be like,
quote unquote.
I would be like, what's it called? Traditional greens.
Oh man.
Traditional greens, yeah.
So if you say this is poisonous traditional greens.
Yeah.
Zote.
Exhausted.
No, let's get back to work. Let's get to now, if I give you a chance to host me, we're going into the brain buster. First, when we come back, guys, prepare. These are I've said, and I hope you will remember. When we come back, the brain buster, just I want you to realize we're two hosts on one set.
Yes.
Just gonna take over the show, and then I don't know how you're gonna do it.
Okay.
But before we do that, Kenya, as it stands right now, in the media fraternity, there's been issues about women in media and your heart in media.
Yeah.
How does a girl break through that? Did you face any of these things people say, sexual harassment, you have to go through certain ways? I don't think you did that, but you did overcome, if there were any.
Yeah.
How is it?
I would say, like, for women in media, I don't know. I think it was more of a challenge of new faces in media rather than women in media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would feel like there are plenty of women in media that are doing well and amazing. It's just that we are used to seeing the same faces that we've grown up with, literally grown up with, and they are still growing and they're still saying, yo, what's up? You know, welcome to the kid show, and you're clearly a grown person, you know what I mean? So I think that's like the biggest challenge, because like it's good that we're able to love our people, but it's also good that we can accept new faces and accept new people, so that like everybody can grow within the industry as well. It's not just like the same people that hold on to it, but those same people, by then you're doing an amazing job. We want to be like you as well, but it's just great to have like new faces.
That is my moment right there. You spoke for so many. Love you. Now, number one, what is it about you don't like?
Okay. What is it about me I do not like? I'm a people pleaser.
So that is a bad thing.
It can be a bad thing.
It can be, or is it?
It is a bad thing. In terms of if I'm willing to put myself in discomfort to make somebody else happy when it's really not necessary. If I'm like, you know, if I'm trying to save a life, then that makes sense, you know?
Okay.
But like if I'm honestly exhausted and I'm tired, and then someone says, and like I'm just there ready to go, then what doesn't make any sense. If I'm broke and someone is like, okay, please, can I borrow this amount of money? And I'm there borrowing from the bank to give you that money, it doesn't make any sense. So like, yeah, my people pleasing is something that I need to work on.
I like that. That means you really do know yourself. A lot of people don't talk about their weaknesses,
Yeah.
and especially in interviews like this, people just go like, I don't think there's anything about me I don't like.
I hate that I'm a hard worker, you know? What's the one that you say in a job interview? I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, are you? But perfectionist doesn't mean melancholic? Does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
No, I was just making fun. Like those are the ones that people are willing to say.
I was just gonna ask which personality you are.
I think like I'm an extroverted introvert.
Ambivert?
Yeah, because like this bubbly craziness is like, it's there for certain situations, and then other times I'm just quiet and like,
I need space.
Yeah.
Y'all get out.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go into the Brain Buster segment.
Okay.
What do you think it's about?
Random quick fire questions, is it?
Oh, man. Did you watch my show prior? Have you watched this before?
Huh?
Have you watched this show? She did her homework. She's a host. But let's figure out if she knows what is going to be in there. And she said random questions. Let's see if they're really random.
Oh.
We'll be right back.